The following is an open letter to President Donald J. Trump. Good afternoon, Mr. President. My name is Scott Crouch. Normally, I like to use this channel of mine to share my love for science fiction and gaming. But today I have some things that I do believe need to be said as it as it pertains to the ongoing stimulus talks with Speaker Pelosi, with the ongoing drama with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and the needs of the American people. And I do sincerely hope that you will take the time to consider what I'm saying. Keep in mind, I'm not a PhD in any field whatsoever, economics. Honestly, I work in the manufacturing sector, but I hold an Associate of Arts degree from a local community college in business administration. I don't believe that the V-shaped recovery that your economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, has been touting is entirely correct. Right now, as it stands, we're seeing an unemployment rate at this point of around 7.9%. Rounded up to the nearest whole number, that's 8%. This was numbers that we saw during the Obama administration, made with an even lower labor force participation rate. However, when you came into office in 2017, we saw that unemployment rate drop to the lowest it's been since the Great Depression. That, Mr. President, is a milestone you can be proud of, one you can tout all to the ends of time. But once COVID hit this year, things got a little, well, more than a little hinky, you could say. We basically shuttered our entire economy, shut the country down. How in the world do you do that? Really? I'm just talking on a practical standpoint. How do you shut a country down? And however, there were those of us, people who work in healthcare, people who were truck drivers, people who work in the manufacturing sector, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, all of us were still out there doing our jobs. Yet there were millions upon millions of Americans who were losing their jobs. And back in March, y'all passed the CARES Act. I'm not going to go into all the details of the CARES Act. I'm pretty sure you already know it. Most of the American people does. But it infused the economy with a great deal of money, over $2 trillion, especially, and got a $1,200 stimulus check into the hands of the American people, which was effectively already spent on rent and other necessities. No, mine was. Now, we're sitting here on October the 18th, 2020. We're not long before the election, and as it stands, I believe that Speaker Pelosi is merely playing for time. She thinks if she stalls long enough that you will lose in November to Joe Biden and they can pass whatever the blue heck they want. Honestly, at this point in time, if we wait until a new president is sworn in for any kind of economic aid, you're going to see, well, first off, it won't get into the American people's hands until somewhere around March. But if we wait that long, you're going to see a larger number of foreclosures, a larger number of evictions, an unemployment rate that's going to skyrocket because businesses are going to be shuttering again. There won't be enough money for these businesses to pay their employees, and therefore they're going to have to shut down. They're going to have to furlough or just outright fire everybody that worked for them. That would be an economic disaster that would make the crash of 1929 look like a walk in the park. Now, I'm saying this because I believe that you, Mr. President, have an option. And it is an option you can avail yourself of through executive order. Currently, there sits about $800 billion of unused CARES Act money. By executive order, you could repurpose that money to send the American people another $1,200 or even $2,000, which is what I'm advocating for, stimulus check. You can also use that unused CARES Act money to extend enhanced unemployment benefits for a short time, maybe through December, to where we can continue negotiations and possibly see a deal through either in mid to late November, December, or even January. Mr. President, right now, as I said, the ball to me is in your court. And I do believe wholeheartedly that doing this is in the best interest of the American people. I'm a registered Republican, but I do not believe that Mitch McConnell has even an inkling of what's right for the American people in his heart. Not seeing the unemployment numbers, not seeing foreclosures, not seeing evictions. Seriously, I don't think he has the right ideas. And I don't think right now Speaker Pelosi either has the best interest of the American people at heart. I think she's just stalling for time until after the election. Mr. President, I normally don't do this. This is not something that I am comfortable doing, but it's something that I feel has to be done. It's something that I feel has to be said. You can do these two things through executive order. The money has already been put in place through the CARES Act. You've repurposed funds before using FEMA money to go towards unemployment benefits. Use this. I can't state it any more passionately. I cannot state it any more emphatically. Your own Fed chair, Jerome Powell, has said that if you put more funds into the hands of the American people, that money will then filter into the economy. Because the people will be paying rent. They will be paying their bills. They will be buying food. They will be buying medicines for their children. They will be getting whatever they need because they're able to. I don't know how much more emphatically I can say this. The American people need aid. And right now, the leadership of both parties in Congress is too concerned with beating the other guy. It's up to you. This is the point in the video where I would normally give my usual spill from me to everyone, yada yada yada. But at this point, I'm going to say this. Mr. President, the ball is in your court. And the shot clock is running down. Take what I've said to heart and do what needs to be done. Thank you for your time.